Good day, great day, and grand day to you all. Welcome back to another segment of Dr. TSA Series, a spiritual discussion. My name is Dr. Terry Audate, and today's topic is, yes, time is money, but from the spiritual perspective. We've heard this adage all the time that your time is money, but from the spiritual perspective, it takes on a much deeper meaning. We should value the essence of time as something very precious, a precious commodity, something that's finite because we won't always have it. And so being on this planet and using time effectively, using time where it would render results or a return on your investment, if you will, your ROI, it would do so in a way that is compounded. The time that you spend in your spirit views and works with you in that regard. And many of the times, the results that you receive or retrieve from that time spent with your spirit is compounded. And so I want to share some of my thoughts on how to best use time when it's towards or for your spiritual growth, when it's for your spiritual journey here on this planet. And I'll share a few tenets with you as to what I feel would be best usage of your time from a spiritual perspective. The first one that I have is mindful presence, or being mindful and aware in every moment. Spiritual practices often emphasize the importance of being in the moment. And I want to add to that, because being in the here and the now and being totally aware of everything you feel, everything around you, being keenly aware and available for your spirit is a very important commodity when spending time, because you're able to glean messages in the moment from your spirit, from spiritual beings and your hierarchy, your ancestors. And if you're not in the moment, you'll miss that. And so being present in the moment brings a much more rewarding time, a much more fulfilling, feeling fulfilled, feeling fed, and specifically spiritually fed, feeling confident and pure and having value in that moment, right? Or appreciating the value in that moment. And so having or spending mindful presence with your spirit is very important. The second tenet I want to talk about is self-reflection and meditation. I often hear people tell me, oh, I can't meditate, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it, I just can't. And I want to say to you, everything is hard in the moment. Let me rephrase that. Everything is hard when you first try it. Everything, right? You were a baby. You didn't know how to walk. You took a couple of steps and you kept trying, you fell, you got up, you fell, you got up. It was hard, but eventually you got it. Eventually you got the hang of it, all right? I want to say or apply the same principle when it comes to meditation, when it comes to self-reflection. It's hard in the beginning, but the key thing that you would benefit from is practicing over and over and over again until you have garnered a meditation or meditative practice for yourself. Don't give up. It can be done. All right. So that's the second piece that I want to bring is to how to spend your time wisely. All right. And the same goes for the first tenet that I shared is in having or expressing or being mindfully present, right? You want to be mindfully present when you practice meditation. And there's many different forms of meditation. And I've had a previous video, I put out a previous video on mindful meditation. So you may want to take a look at it. Another consideration that you may want to have or to ponder on or to reflect on is connecting with nature. Nature, or spending time in nature, is such a profound spiritual experience. I can't talk about that enough. There is something about spending time in the woods where there's pure oxygen and the wind and nature, just being surrounded by nature and observing nature and being present in nature. There's something so powerful and peaceful about your ability to connecting with nature. Nature provides that space and atmosphere for rejuvenation, for reflection, and for renewal. Very powerful. Okay? You tree huggers out there know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's another aspect or another way that we can spend time wisely. The next point I want to make is about learning and growth and being an active participant of your growth journey. And what I mean by that is not just material things, not just reading, not just attending workshops, not just providing workshops, but your own investment of spending time learning the lessons that are right in front of you, right in front of your nose. Most of the time, you're able to glean what your homework assignments are when you're paying attention to what you're feeling in the moment. For example, feeling distressed or angry or uncomfortable or sad or depressed, all of those feelings can help you venture in understanding and learning the lessons of the moment. And I can speak to that at some point in time, perhaps not in this video, because I do get a lot of questions about how to endure or how to begin the journey of healing and begin the journey of really learning the lessons that are laden in our emotions. All right. The other piece or another factor that I can mention about how to spend time wisely with your spirit is through prayer, contemplation, and I've said this before, and reflection. How many times a day do you spend scrolling on your phone, watching TV, talking on the phone, playing video games or games on your phone? I can say many people spend hours and hours and hours on these devices, reflecting, meditating, being in the moment, being with yourself, being present, not only just in this moment, but through everything that you're doing. There is time for you to set aside for your spiritual growth. So I talk about being mindfully present, which is something that people can do moments and spurts at a time. But there are people out there that live a mindful life, that live a mindful journey, that is connected to their core 24 hours a day. Now, I'm not expecting that of everyone, but for your spiritual growth and spending your time wisely from a spiritual perspective, You would glean a great return on your investment if you would simply set time aside, whether it's to begin 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes out of 12 or 14 hours of the day that we're up anyway. A half an hour is not too long. An hour is not too long. And that's a great investment in your spiritual journey. Keep that in mind. Another aspect or something else to consider when you're looking at or wanting to spend your time wisely towards your spiritual avail, towards your spiritual growth, is being able to forgive and heal. Forgive and heal. Not forgive and forget. Not forgive and forget. Forgiving doesn't mean that you have to forget. It doesn't exist. Forgiving and healing is more potent, and it's a better investment in your time. Time spent for forgiveness and healing for both not just someone else, but for you, is a very powerful tool and a very powerful way to expedite your spiritual growth, to strengthen your spiritual connection with yourself, to help yourself in becoming that which you ought to be, that is designed or that is the DNA of your spiritual body or your spiritual self. So forgiveness and healing is so important. Okay? We've heard many a times on this journey of finding oneself, of harnessing the meaning of life, that practicing gratitude will help you on that journey. And I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough. Gratitude is another form of currency. Gratitude and giving gratitude and showing gratitude is another form of currency in the spiritual perspective. To taking time to express yourself and how grateful you are with others or to others and with nature, with the Creator, is such a powerful tool and time spent. Practice gratitude every moment of every day. Every time you see someone, every time you think of someone, every time you're enjoying yourself, every time you're happy, every time you're at peace. Give gratitude for that peace, for that time spent with a loved one or a friend, for that time spent helping someone else, for that time where you're learning. Give gratitude, be thankful. It's so important and so valuable to your spiritual growth and your connection to your spirit, your connection to nature, your connection with others. Another form or something else to consider when we're looking at spiritual growth and spending time wisely from the spiritual perspective is connecting with others that is like-minded, that will help elevate you, that will help encourage you to the next step, that can guide you with wisdom. Not just someone that wants to talk and always likes giving advice and critique, but don't take it for themselves. No. Seek the guidance of someone who is wiser than you or who is on this journey with you so that you guys can journey together, because this spiritual path can sometimes feel lonely, but you're never alone. And lastly, I want to talk to or give another perspective on how to spend your spiritual time wisely. And that is thinking about your legacy, your impact, when you have consistently embarked on this spiritual journey, finding yourself, understanding and coming to the realization that you're a spiritual being having this human experience. As you work on yourself, as you worked through yourself with the assistance of your creator, of your guidance, of your spirit guides, you can't but help to share that with others, to help others, to guide others. And in doing that, you're paving the path of your legacy. Your impact is your legacy. It's not going to be what you ultimately say to people that's going to make a difference. It's how you make people feel. And so what are you leaving behind? What legacy are you leaving behind? When you're not here and you're not physically here and you leave those behind, what will they remember most about you? And with that, I want to say thank you all for watching. I hope and trust that I've left something behind for you. And I want you all to remember that you are loved. Namaste. Mwah. Bye.
And there you have it on another segment of Dr. TSA Series, a spiritual discussion. Please remember to click that subscribe button, click the bell notification, and leave your comments down below. And remember that you are loved. Thank you all for watching. Mwah! Namaste. Bye.